Dismantling Islamic State in the Middle East is not just a coincidence. It's not Obama policies coming into effect. It's a sea change brought about by President Donald Trump, Kassam told the audience in Wichita, Kansas, on Thursday. But this president has a lot to do to tackle radical Islam in the United States, as well, the leading conservative added, citing a campaign pledge to proscribe the Muslim Brotherhood, the greatest networked Sharia supremacist organization in the U.S. I don't understand why it has still not been proscribed. Asked how deeply embedded the Muslim Brotherhood was in American governmental institutions, Kassam noted that the influence is quite massive considering the small numbers of individuals involved. The Muslim Brotherhood is very adept at working its way into institutions, playing the victim card, and the funding stream is almost unlimited with blank checks coming from abroad. There are a small number of people pushing the narrative, he said. The narrative is that Islam is different and has to be treated differently, and needs to be treated with kid gloves. Adding a warning to the United States on where leaving such a narrative to flourish could lead, Kassam said, if you don't, you'll be marched off to prison, which is what they are doing right now in Europe. When you elevate something like that in society, it can't be challenged. You've got now a president who is willing to not only identify the enemy but take the fight to them, says Kassam of at Breitbart London. CPAC pic.twitter.com 3 She4naj CPAC 2018 at CPAC November 9, 2017 Pivoting back to funding Islamist ventures, the Breitbart London chief slammed the foreign funding of U.S. mosques by countries such as Wahhabist Saudi Arabia, a practice which has led to the fundamentalist nation influencing thousands of mosques in Europe. Kassam suggested that blocking foreign funding of mosques would not breach constitutional rights to freedom of religion, saying you want to build an Islamic community center and that's fine according to freedom of religion. But where is the money coming from if it's coming from a state sponsor of terrorism or a country we know, like Saudi Arabia, that funds Salafist mosques? Sorry, you can't have that. You can't do that. Asked whether Islamists in America were involved in the far-left Occupy Wall Street movement, Kassam explained the Red-Green Alliance, green the color of Islam, and red traditionally the color of socialism in Europe. I think what you saw in Occupy was the first time they started to really come together at a grassroots activist level to see if they could work together. Consider how strange it is to see the transgender leftist aligning with the ultra-radical, orthodox Islamist. We think they'd have nothing in common, said Kassam. I think this president has his finger on the pulse of this nation's security. We will be safer under the Trump presidency, says Kassam at CPAC. pic.twitter.com Covards 4U6NX, CPAC 2018 at CPAC November 9, 2017 Take Linda Sarsour, the CARE Council on American Islamic Relations affiliate, for example, who was involved in the Women's March after the inauguration. She is the perfect embodiment of what these two groups have in common, the destruction of Western civilization. Stating that he firmly believed that America would be a safer country in 1 year's time, the conservative journalist said, I believe in this president and he knows what's going on out there. His heart's in the right place, and time again, his instincts get proven correct. I think this president has his finger on the pulse of security. Let Trump be Trump, 100% of the time, he concluded. Follow Victoria Friedman on Twitter. Follow @FriedmanPress. Follow Breitbart London on Facebook and Twitter.